Welcome to Spirited Reviews. I'm Randy.
I'm Justin.
Hey, I'm Norm.
And I'm Zach.
Our goal here is to give you honest reviews, bold takes, and we're probably going to sprinkle in a little questionable wisdom. Justin, what are we doing?
We got a bottle review today, as well as a World's Beer Wednesday. So this is going to be another baseline that we're doing here. As always, we're going to log our review scores and everything, and our review sheet is going to be in the description down below. Again, we're doing these baselines to help me on my Scotch journey here, as well as some of you guys who are in our Discord and stuff and that are just curious about how we can move from bourbon and rye over, or maybe you're not interested. Either way, you're here watching. So Norm's going to take it from there.
Yeah, so tonight I'm going to teach y'all a new language. I'm going to teach you some Gaelic, right? So Oban, which is what we're drinking tonight, Oban is actually Gaelic. It means little bay. And we happen to be drinking the Oban Little Bay, so the Little Bay tonight, which is interesting that they wanted to do that and throw everyone off. But it's amusing. You know, they got a sense of humor. They're having some fun. But what's cool about this batch product that they're doing, single malt Scotch, it's from the Highland regions. We're not going to go in the regions here. You can go check out our Glenlivet. Did a little thing over there with that. You can watch that video. But they call this micro maturation for this one. So the Little Bay is a direct reference to them using smaller casks to finish. So like they'll do their initial maturation. Believe these are ex-bourbon barrels that they start in, and then they take the liquid out and they put them in these tiny quarter casks and they age them for additional time, which helps, get more contact with the wood and all that stuff to give you, I don't know, to impart more richer, smoother flavors, as they say. But what's really cool about this one, we didn't even go into this in our Glenlivet, is we didn't talk about chill filtration or added coloring. So we went through the rules of some Scotch there, but they are allowed to use some coloring. And they do a lot of chill filtering for some of these lower proof products, these bigger batch products that they put out. But there's some interesting stuff about Oban Little Bay we're having tonight. Zach?
All right, guys. As Norm said, we're drinking the Oban, or the Little Bay. This is a non-age statement release, West Coast, so a little coastal. So we'll get a little bit of the salt characteristic in here. It's a little different from the 14-year-old expression, which we're all probably familiar with. It's kind of like the most common one that you see. As Norm mentioned, the main thing to highlight here is they use small casks, small, I think, European oak sherry cask with new ends, to try to do that more liquid contact to intensify the flavor. 86 proof or 43% ABV, as the Scottish would say. And like all single malt scotches, 100% malted barley. If you're curious about the other rules, you can watch our Glenlivet video, and I go through all the rules for single malt scotch there.
Yep.
Great.
All right. So if you could do us a favor, like, comment, subscribe. We're trying to put out great quality content, and we could use your help to grow the channel. If, as they mentioned in our Discord, it'd be a link down below. It's free for everybody. That's where we talk, communicate. That's where we're going to be hosting our barrel picks, as well as it's free. So if you could just join and be kind, nice, courteous, that's all we ask of you, and help each other out. Other than that,
Yep,
let's get it.
a lot of Scotch talk over there in the Discord.
There is. I mean, it is funny. I mean, Scotch, rum. I mean, I think the deadest one is probably Irish.
I was gonna say vodka, but yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, we don't have a vodka one. Vodka's not welcome. It's welcome. We just don't talk about it. Like, what do you get? Like nothing or nothing?
I'll start on the nose since I'm newbie here. So the first thing I thought on there, obviously malty, and then the second one is definitely proofier than what we just had, for sure.
Mhm.
It definitely hits you a little bit harder. But then it's like I still get it tropical, but it's more of an earthy tropical on this one rather than the other one was like pure honey tropical. This is more earthy tropical to me. And then I mean, briny, but that's more, in the, suggestive, I think, than I would have said. But I would go with earthy, like an earthy tropical kind of vibe here.
Nice.
Like soil.
Yeah, I lean more towards like wet concrete. Oh,
Ooh, hey, I'm serious about that statement.
like wet concrete, like fresh after a rain, right? And that picking up that kind of earth with the tropical on this one. But yeah, it smells more than what we had
Yeah.
before. Like it
Yep.
smells more. A different region, Highland. I mean, there's going to be some differences, and that's the point of the regions. Well, that's probably not the point, but that's how it worked out. So yeah, wet concrete, some tropical. It's not as pineapple as I thought it was going to be, but hey, it smells good. It smells real good.
Yeah.
Yeah, common thing that we like to talk about on this channel is walking through the aisles of Home Depot. Well, this to me is like walking through the aisles of a fresh orchard with like pears and apples all around you. Also get a little bit of candied orange, and then I do pick up that like sea salt, that salt spray, that coastal type thing to go along with some of that like malty sweetness.
Yeah. I mean, ditto, same. Only thing I would add is I get a silly putty smell to it.
I could see the silly putty a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. It's good enough.
Back to the 80s.
Yeah. It's literally like I smelt it. I just instantly thought of silly putty. You could slightly go pinky racer, but it's not the same note. It's more of a silly putty. If you play with a silly putty, you'll get that note. If you haven't, I don't know what you're doing with your life. Stick it on a newspaper, peel it up.
Zach,
And
are
get to
you even
read.
old enough to know what silly putty is?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It was around for a long time. Not unique to your experience.
All right. Well, hey, let's give
taste
this a
it.
shot because it smells amazing.
Yeah.
Cheers,
All right.
guys.
Yeah, cheers.
Cheers, boys.
Ooh, yeah.
Bam.
Step up.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's got a lot of impact for the proof.
Man, it really does.
Yeah. I mean, really has a lot of impact for the proof.
Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. So, this has a lot more impact than the Glenlivet. It has obviously a maltiness to it. It's kind of it's like saying it's wet to me when you're talking about Scotch, but
yeah,
it's got an interesting note, and I don't find it as a bad one. I actually enjoy it, but it's like a Sharpie note. Some people will talk about like a rubber tire to it, that note you'll pick up. I enjoy when I get like a Sharpie note. I maybe I'm weird about that, but I actually look forward to that because I don't mind the smell and it comes across that way. I'm getting a nice, it's almost like a floral pear. It's not like a sweet pear. It's like a floral, if you picture like a flower that had a pear scent to it. I'm getting, yeah, I mean, it's quite enjoyable.
I was gonna say floral pear, spot on there, but I'm getting a strong Sharpie note. I do not enjoy. Other than that,
I mean, like Papa Steve, shout out Papa Steve. He brings it up like he gets that rubber tire like that, and it drives him nuts on it. It doesn't bother me, but
yeah, not for me. I have like rubber tires a little different. This is Sharpie for me. Yeah.
Well, that Sharpie note is present. It's like, when you're a kid, you used to huff markers. Like if you really huff a Sharpie, it stays with you. You get away from, I don't know. This is just stuff I read.
Explains a lot, Norm.
But
explains a lot.
It just stays with you. Like it's really there.
Sharpies.
And actually, it's quite pleasant. Randy, I'm with you. This doesn't bother me at all.
No.
There's more impact to this than I thought there would be at the proof point it's at.
Absolutely.
Wow. I'm pleasantly surprised. I can't add much. The Sharpie is the main character here.
I can't believe it's 86 proof, honestly.
Yeah.
I keep looking. I'm like,
wow.
It's very rich, full bodied for me. It's one of the scotches I cut my teeth on when I first started to explore it at a curling bottle share. Just as a fun little aside. But I get like a fruit cake with, like little citrus, some sweeter baking spice, even like a good, like nice bitter dark chocolate note. And then obviously just a gentle touch of smokiness and that sea salt, of course, as well. But yeah, the dark chocolate was my fun note that I got on this one. Dark chocolate fruitcake.
I could see the fruit. I could see the fruitcake. I'm
Yeah.
searching for the chocolate.
Yeah, I don't know the peat component in this, if what Highland uses to bring that. We'll have to do some research. We'll get our resident researcher on it. But
Yeah.
where has he
Well,
been lately? Anyway,
hey, if you guys know in the comments, put it in there.
let's
Save us
crowdsource this information. Yeah, let us
Right.
know how much peat is Oban using.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Scoring.
Right.
I'll go. So a baseline Oban. Look, I've had the 14, and I don't remember the proof on that. I think it might be the same, or it might be just 40. But I think I like this better. I think this is a good baseline for them. I think this really shines what they're trying to accomplish. And now they have cast strength versions, and they have a few different ones. Diageo owns them. They'll put out special releases. It's nuts. They got a bunch of stuff going on. But I think this has potential, and I think it has more potential than something we drank before in another region. So I think I'm at a 5.5 on this.
Yep, I'm not
Okay.
too far away from you there, Norm. 5.6 is where I'll be. It's just a much more interesting pour. I do think it could be a little bit more divisive with that like smoky, salty note, and then you guys maybe I agree with the Sharpie note, by the way. I'm not disagreeing with that, but I think that's how it's translating it to some palates. So I think I could see this being a bit more divisive than the Glenlivet.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. It's definitely more divisive. I think for me, I was trying to find the Oban 14 proof. I think for me, like, it's great to be able to experience something like this in a kit where you can see what peat
Yeah.
starts to do to Scotch. If you like peat, you will enjoy this more. If you start to not think that this is not your thing, you might not enjoy peat. Because it definitely starts to change things, but peat affects things differently. Like, there's different types of peat and everything. I think if I gave that a 5, I think this has to be a 5.4 for me. It's better, but a great
Yeah,
baseline.
for me, that Sharpie note just kills it for me, but I understand
Agreed.
like baseline here. So I gave the Glenlivet a 5. I'm gonna give this one a 4.5. I'm just gonna go down just a little bit, kind of create a little gap in scoring for me there, a little difference in the two. But
There you
I
go.
think the fruits and stuff I get are good, but that Sharpie note just overpowers everything for me and kind of
I could
goes there.
totally see that though.
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
if you're not a Sharpie, if that note is a turnoff, like, I mean, that's not. And I like that you have that it's you don't like it because there are people that are like, no way. For me, I'm like
Mhm. Yeah,
I'm
it's
good with
not
Sharpie.
for me. Like in a couple things I've had, which is not much, but I know that's not like exclusively like a peat note. That is it's different. It's different than like the smokiness. This is like that Sharpie note is not a thing that's just always when peat happens. It's not. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
Oban 14 is exactly the same.
Is it
Nice.
okay? And the price point is way more. I don't want to say
Mhm.
way more. It's up there. They put that
Speaking
14.
of,
This is yeah. This is not age stated. And for not being age stated, this really brings something to the table. Like
Yeah,
I don't think they need to mess with this. Like I think it's good introductory whiskey. But who's it for? When I think about like when I was trying to process like who is this going to be for? I'm thinking about people trying to get into Scotch. I don't know if this would be the first thing I would serve them.
no, I would not.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the peat that's present in here, it's very, very low. It's more sweet peat than medicinal. It doesn't run
Yeah,
medicinal at all, but you do get that Sharpie, you get that wet concrete, and things like that.
mhm.
Maybe the person who's tired of sherried finished,
Let's
and
look at
wants to
Sherry
step
here, though.
up. There's
Look at Sherry.
sherry in here, but I don't know, man. That Glenlivet really brought I don't know.
yeah, maybe that sherry is making it turn maybe a little
Yeah,
sulfury,
yeah, they got
and
Sherry
maybe
and
Maybe.
the small
Yeah.
cask.
maybe that's
Yeah.
what's making that Sharpie note.
Yeah,
yeah.
the
If
small
you're
cask.
somebody who's had like
Mhm.
a quintessential where they introduce peat and you like that,
Yeah. Good
you
call.
can step into this range. If you've not had any Scotch and you've not had any peat, if you want to try Scotch, I mean, that Glenlivet is perfect. That Glenlivet 12 gives you some flavors. If you want to try peat, you could go into like a quintessential. You could go into American single malt and get a little bit of peat, or you could try something like this and see how you feel about it.
I did want to
Okay.
mention,
Well,
I forgot to mention, SRP for this is $50 to $70 for the little bay.
Yeah, a little bit.
yeah. Non-age stated,
Price jump. Yeah.
colored, chill filtered. That's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I would change my score just because I think it's a good baseline
Yeah.
whiskey, but
It brings something to the table.
yeah, it's a good introduction into peat.
Yeah.
And when you get to single malt
I mean-
Scotch, I think your base price is basically $50. Because if you go below that, you're probably
Yeah.
going with the blend.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And
you think about
I mean, I know Oban 14 is more, but I think it's a better pour personally
Hmm.
than this. So, I mean, I think it's just a little bit more complex.
Send me a sample. But I'll
Okay.
tell you, skip this and go for the Oban 15, the U.S. cast strength release.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
now you're gonna pay for it.
That's a no-brainer.
Yeah,
That's
that
an
thing
amazing
is
pour.
that
Did
thing
you,
is awesome.
Justin? Did you have the Oban 14 when you were here? Isn't
No.
it? No.
Now we had
15?
the
Octomore.
Yeah,
Oh,
we had the Octomore 15-1.
That's what it was. Never
yeah,
mind.
this is not an Octomore.
No.
Mhm.
Yeah. No. I was just trying to think of what he had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
And
Anyway.
the Glenallachie. Yeah. But anyway,
Yeah.
with that, guys, stay spirited. We'll see you on the next one.
Stay spirited, guys.
Stay
Stay
spirited,
spirited.
everyone. Yeah. Not bad. I enjoy Sharpie note.
I
I
do
don't know
too.
what it is.
Man, as soon as you said it, my mouth was just full of Sharpie, and I was like, "This is, I like that. Dang it."
Yeah. 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 It's not an off-putting Sharpie note to me, but I mean, I could see it gets a little too much and then it starts leading into that burnt tire kind of.
This is where you need to go.
Yeah, that's cool. I love that.
This is just crazy whiskey.
There's mine. There she is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
15
U.S.
strength's really good.
exclusive. All the
Yeah.
proof. Let's go. So this is interesting experiment because I've avoided these. And sometimes I go to a bar. I don't typically like to drink when I'm out because I'm like, it's like that Homer Simpson meme where he's at the bar and he's looking. He's like,